We've got another binder full of Yu-Gi-Oh cards here. Again, this is a completely different binder. Probably has, I'd say this has like a vast majority of the collection that I have, aside from all of the decks that I've built and stuff, and the few cards that I've already shown on this channel here. This is definitely a bulk of the cards. All these pages right here. I'm not exactly sure how I have this organized, because I know with a couple of the Yu-Gi-Oh card binders that I have them organized by type. But then again, it's a lot easier, I feel, to organize Pokemon cards by type than it is to organize Yu-Gi-Oh cards by type, because you have so many different, you have dragons, you got warriors, and you've got all these different, you got spellcasters and psychics and, fairies. So there's a bunch of different, just a bunch of, I feel like there's way too many cards or way too many different sorts of monsters and stuff to sort them that way. So there probably will be some that are probably some pages that are organized by type of card or type of monster, but like these whole pages are trap and spell cards. I almost wanted to say magic cards, but I know that's not really the right one, or the right term exactly. Back in the day, yeah, see this one right here, I'll see if I can pull this one out. I know there's a few people that are pissed about how I remove these cards, but I'm as gentle as I can with them. So magic card right up there, and then just rip that right out there, and then you can see that that's what it is now. This is newer, and then where it says there we go, you can see magic and spell. The spell card is a lot newer than the magic card. I think that was done in compliance. I'm not sure if Wizards of the Coast hucked a lawsuit at Konami to change that, or if Konami just changed it before there was an issue. Still not really 100% clear on that, but I do know that they changed it at some point. There's another example, these two right here. One's a magic, one's a spell. I just find that's very interesting, that over the years, they've, the minor changes to the overall structure of the game and all that stuff. I don't know if I have any necessarily super rare cards in this binder. I do have 2 Royal Tributes. Probably have a boatload more in this binder somewhere. Foxfire is probably one of my all-time favorite cards, just because it is similar to Firefox. So Rogue Doll is another one that I like a lot. Probably if I do end up building another deck with these cards, I'll try to incorporate Rogue Doll in there somewhere. Trap Master, that's another good card. I feel personally, I like that one. A lot of my favorite cards are like the magicians, like Dark Magician and the Dragon cards and stuff like that. That's just the cards that I kind of, envied as a child, that I now own. Got another Trap Master over here. I don't know, I was just always interested, like Kaiba. Seto Kaiba was probably one of my favorite characters in the anime, because he had a Blue Eyes deck, which I thought was really cool, and now I own a bunch of Blue Eyes Dragon cards, which is, I don't know, kind of interesting. Not really a flex, really, but when you got 2 Pyramid Turtles right next to each other, that's kind of a flex in my opinion. But yeah, a lot of these cards are really super old, like this one. This is probably one that I just bought in a random collection. You can see that the card is just sort of, it's seen better days. It's wrinkled, it's bent, stuff like that. Which I do have a few cards in here that have worn edges and rips and tears in them, because I used them as a kid. I would play with them. I'd carry these around with me all over the place. I legitimately would. I would never leave the house. If I was going to like a social event to hang out with friends, I'd always bring like at least one deck in case we wanted to play. I was a weird kid when I was growing up. I was a weird person growing up. I still kind of am. I mean, I still collect all these cards and stuff. I'm not exactly sure off the top of my head how much these cards are worth. I do have this app called Ludex on my phone. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but I do have. It doesn't work with. Let's just try it on a random card here. Front of card. Just try it. See what it does. If it works on. Oh yeah. Try again. Keep scanning. So it doesn't work with Yu-Gi-Oh cards, unfortunately. Hopefully, in the future it will. But this is kind of what the card looks, or the app looks like right here. These are all of the cards that I've added. They're all Pokemon cards. It'll show you how much each one is worth and stuff like that. Again, I'm not sponsored by them, but I really hope they do at some point add a section, because right now you can do Pokemon, baseball. I think there's like a couple of other sports that you can do, but there's definitely Magic the Gathering and Pokemon in there, and I really hope they do add Yu-Gi-Oh card support in the future, because that would be interesting. Some of these like cards with the foil are just absolutely amazing. Gem Knight, Citrine, but yeah, again, I have no idea exactly how much these cards are. I'll have to kind of look them up, and like individually, I can't just scan them, and which would be nice. I feel. We got Reese. I'm gonna have to incorporate that into a deck. That's I'm gonna have to save that one for later. No, I'm not actually. Never mind. Forget I said that. Magical Mallet is probably one of my favorites of all time, just from art alone. I was always obsessed with. Also, I was always like, I loved the Elemental Hero cards as well. So I would always try to, trade for those. So I have Elemental Hero Clayman. I think I have a couple of those. Elemental Hero Burstinatrix. I think that's how you say that. I'll try to angle the camera so Elemental Hero Evian was probably my favorite growing up. I had a couple of those. Elemental Hero Bladage. That's I think that's hollow. Not entirely sure, but let's check the next page. Shattered Axe was another favorite of mine. And do we have any more? I think I have all of the. Here's another Elemental Hero Clayman and Elemental Hero Wildheart, which Elemental Hero Wildheart was probably like my number one favorite card that I owned as a kid. And I don't know how well you can see the corners, but they're all just kind of like worn out on the edges and stuff, which should kind of give you a sign of how often I used. Again, I took these cards everywhere. Never left the house. If I was going to a social event with friends, I'd always take a deck just to kind of, in case anybody wanted to play, I'd always be prepared. Just, I don't know, that was me. I was kind of always that weird kid again, you know? The one thing I never did, I stopped playing, I think, when like the XYZ stuff and like the Pendulum Zone, I kind of stopped before those were incorporated into the game, so I don't fully understand how those work. I think I mentioned that in a previous Yu-Gi-Oh card video. Up here in the top right hand, we have Poison Draw Frog, which I believe, if I remember correctly, this allows you to steal cards from an opponent. Just read that real quick. I think that's what it does. I can't really... Yeah, when this card is face up on... When this face up card on the field is sent to the graveyard, unless it was attacked while face down and destroyed as a result of battle, you can draw one card from your deck. So it basically just neglects, or sort of just allows you to, you know, not really lose any cards. This is going to be a thick binder to get through. Very extremely thick binder to get through. I'm probably about halfway right now, and about 12 minutes through the video roughly. Here we have a couple of Ojamas, Ojama Green, King in black, and I think there's Ojama Yellow somewhere around here, but belongs with those. Steamroid was a good card. I always loved that. The Transformers-esque cards were interesting to me. There was Steamroid, which was a train, and there was like a helicopter one, and I think there may have also been a tank, if I remember correctly. I'm probably completely wrong about that, but I know there's 2 or 3 of them. Let's see on this page. I'm not really... Sword Stalker is a good card. That's a very kind of expensive card somewhat. Yeah. There's Karibo. I have a couple of Karibos. Here we have some crawling baby dragons. We have a crawling dragon in the center, and then a thousand dragon over here. Purposely did this to kind of show like the evolution of the... I know there are 3 different monsters, but it's almost kind of interesting. Then we have a ringed Karibo and a regular Karibo. Again, 2 of my favorite cards growing up. And we'll just end this video here on this page, and we'll kind of pick it up here in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching.